Hello YouTube. Today we are going to be doing a Overwatch Season 1 2026 hero tier list. And I got Neo here with me today. Both of us are pretty experienced Overwatch players. We both hit top 500, currently in Masters now, so we know quite a bit about, the game and hero balance and I've played quite a bit of this new season too, so I feel like we got some pretty good opinions on who's good and who's not this season. So first starting off with just first on the list, we got Bastion. And I have actually been playing quite a bit of Bastion this season, and so I think I'll just say that
You should love Bastion.
yeah, well I mean I like I'm not gonna put him in S tier even though he should be in S tier because I know
I think
I made
he
him.
no, I think he's still pretty easy to counter.
I'd put him in B tier because he's like after his nerf where he like last season I'd put him in like S or A tier. He was like insane, but after his nerf I'd put him in like B tier. He's
He's
honestly not
definitely
that
B
good.
tier.
'Cause like yeah, he's easy to dive once he doesn't have turret form. Really good Bastions can use that the perk really well where you get health on your alt and you can use that when you get dove, but I find a lot of the
Yeah.
times that he's just against diva, anything that can eat his damage, he's not that good into. All right.
Yeah, he isn't really that great against tanks who can eat your abilities.
Yeah, or
As soon
flankers.
as his terraform's done, he's out in the open.
Hmm. All right, Cass. Where do you think Cass is this season?
I think
I
he's
think
A
he's
tier. I think all the hits again are going to be A tier. Like you can never like. I feel like they're never bad.
well,
It's
I
like
mean
Cassidy.
I'm not gonna think further in the list, but I think some of them may be below A tier. But yeah, what were you saying?
I think Cassidy's definitely A tier. Like Cassidy is Cassidy.
Yeah, he's got the stun. That's good into a lot of heroes this season, just
He has
throwing
the
the
mid to
stun at
long
them.
range.
Mm.
He actually has the close to mid range. Long range, he gets kind of he can get out damage, but close to mid range, he actually dominates.
Yeah, I think he's just a solid general hero as well. Like in most situations, he does pretty good. All right, Diva. I think
Diva's
Diva.
S tier. Diva's an S tier hero.
I think
This
A
season
or
especially,
S.
Diva. No, she's an S tier hero. Diva is so. There's a reason that she's so banned. She's so defense matrix is just such a good ability. She just has such a high damage output.
I think
She has high
Domina.
damage. She can peel really well for her team. I mean, Domina's addition made her a bit worse, but I think she's still an S tier hero.
Yeah, the fact that Domina kind of makes her worse, but the fact that you can ban Domina and Zarya and then play Diva makes her like S tier. I would say in games where Domina and Zarya are banned, and possibly Sig as well, if you because Sig can also kind of counter Diva. But if the tanks that counter Diva are banned, then she's like S tier. But if Domina and
Yeah.
Zarya are in the game, I'd say maybe she's like A tier. But I'll put her. We'll just assume for the sake of the tier list that we have that you actually like played the game correctly and you've banned the heroes that you want to ban. Or like yeah, you've banned heroes that correspond to your character. And I'll put Diva in S tier. So Genji, where do we think Genji goes?
I think Genji's like a B tier hero.
I was gonna say A tier. I feel like Genji's been pretty good. Like Nano
I think A
Blade
or
is
B.
solid.
Like he's good, but he's not the best. Like they're definitely a lot better DPS currently than him.
I think he fills a niche though. Like you can basically just win every third fight with Nano if you're running like on a Genji Nano Blade, or you
Yeah.
could or and if you're really good at Genji, I think you can still make it work. Didn't they also buff him? Didn't they give him like more ammo? Not in like this most recent patch, but I think in a patch recently they gave him like more ammo.
I did give him more ammo recently. I don't remember when though.
Yeah, I think I'll say Genji is A tier for the sake of my list. At the end of this, we'll swap up the lists and we'll do what Neo thinks because we so far I think we mostly agree, but there might be some disagreements later on in the list. All right, Hanzo next. What do you think of Hanzo?
I think Hanzo is like a. I think he's like C tier hero. Honestly, I feel like
You
no one
think
plays
so?
Hanzo right now.
I
I
would
don't think
actually.
anyone playing Hanzo. Okay, he's. I think he's a VT hero, but no one's playing him. Like I feel like he's definitely a. If you play Hanzo, you're gonna play Hanzo, but if you don't play Hanzo, you're not gonna play Hanzo.
Yeah.
Like there's no situation that really calls for a Hanzo.
Yeah, it's basically just Hanzo mains playing Hanzo is what you have in like season one. But honestly, I think he's still, if you know how to play him, I think he's still pretty good. Like, or
Yeah.
I'm picking I'm making this list assuming that you're
I
picking
mean,
these
anytime
heroes
a
knowing
hero
what you're
can one shot
doing.
you, they're gonna be good. But
Yeah. But I think, or like, I feel
actually,
like,
now that they've made his arrows one shot you again, he's definitely a BT hero. But he can still be easily outplayed.
yeah, like I feel like it honestly, how scared I am of Hanzo depends on what role I'm playing. If I'm playing DPS or support, I'm much more scared of Hanzo. But if I'm playing tank, I'll just eat up Hanzo because you know
Yeah.
he can't hurt me with with the one shot. So I think like because sometimes when I'm playing Lucio, I'll try and peek out and I'll just get like eviscerated by just by a random Hanzo arrow, and that I feel like that's what makes him good. He can just spam angles.
Yeah.
Speaking of spamming angles, I think Junkrat is actually just
Junkrat's
the worst version or
he's
of
the yeah
Hanzo.
he's definitely a worse version of Honda. Junkrat, I feel like Junkrat is he has his value, but like it's so hard to get value. I mean, it's not hard to get value on a Junkrat, but he's so easily countered with every other hero that's available right now.
Yeah, I feel like Junkrat's big thing is the like the primary fire mine combo just to kill you up close. Like if he catches you up close and he hits you with that, you're basically just dead. And
Yeah,
that's like Junkrat's good thing. But then like Hanzo can just spam angles better than Junkrat from a farther range, and then he also has Storm Arrow up close to kind of do the same thing of just like spamming someone down up close. All right, Lucio. I think Lucio this season is, I think like A
I
or
think
S.
He's an A tier. I
I
think he's
want to
A tier.
I want to put Lucio in S because I love Lucio, but
No,
and I think he still is really good
he's
as well, but I just don't
he's
know.
good, but I still think he's an AT hero.
Yeah, he got his. I'm gonna put it at the top of A. We'll do like these are tiered. I guess also put Hanzo in front of Bastion here, but I'll do these as like tiered. So yeah, the I think Lucio is still good, but he's gotten a lot of nerfs. He got 5-second boop nerf. He got ultimate nerf, like not in this season, but recently. He's just been getting a lot of nerfs, so I think he has gone
Yeah,
down a little bit in power. May, what do you think of May?
I think May's like C tier.
Yeah,
Honestly,
you play more May than me, so I'll kind of
May's
trust you.
not that great.
I don't really
Like
play
she's
May
definitely
much.
like her ult's good for like certain situations, but like it's just like it's so easily avoidable. It's I feel like yeah, May is just she's May.
Yeah, I'd say 90% of the time in high rank games, in anything above Masters or in Masters or
It's hard to
above,
get value out of her.
yeah, you're never gonna, or the ult especially, you're never gonna get value out of male because people
And
are
more
saving
times than
E
not,
for it.
your walls are gonna end up messing. I mean, like trapping someone's wall to go, but I feel like it's gonna mess up your teammate more than it's gonna mess up you, or your the enemy.
Yeah, you have the chance of trolling your teammates as well with your walls. That's yeah. I think C tier makes sense. I think like against certain matchups, like if you're against Diva, then like Mei becomes like B tier. But just assuming you're playing Mei into like anything, I'd say she's probably C tier.
Yeah,
All right, Mercy. What do you think of Mercy?
Mercy is definitely a DT hero,
Yeah, I'm saying D
especially this
tier.
season when every hero has makes you receive less healing. She is so hard to, to get value out of.
Yeah, there's nobody that you can pocket that is actually that you're actually gonna do significant healing.
Res is still a good like still one of the best abilities in the game, but like it's overshadowed by the fact that she can't put have any healing output.
Hmm.
You're better off playing a different support that can give you much more value.
Yeah, she only really has damage boost, and yeah, her pocket ability isn't that good anymore. So, uh, Pharah. What do you think of Pharah?
I think Pharah's like a C tier hero, honestly. It's the same as Junkrat. Especially like it's she's so easy to hit out of the sky if you're playing hit if the enemy has hit scans. But
I feel like right now, um, I feel like echoes and like stuff that are just like DPS that are just like faster flyers. I feel like are better. Like or who
Yeah,
else I feel like
Echoes is definitely a better. Honestly, you might as well just play Jetpack Cat if you're gonna play a flying hero.
yeah, or like
Jetpack Cat is a much better than Pharaoh right now.
mhm. I feel like Farah is just so she feels so immobile like compared to a lot of the other flying characters.
Yeah, and she just I don't know. She just like I also feel like I don't see a lot of people playing Like I don't really see Pharaohs at all. Like Pharaohs just it's hard to get value out of her and stay
Hmm.
whilst and not die.
Especially with
And
all like
her ultimate just makes her a sitting duck.
yeah, that too. You have to kind of coordinate her ult to make it good.
They tried to mend it with the perk where her perk makes you able to move, but like still you're still like a immobile target.
Yeah, and then you also have to take that perk instead of the other one. What is doesn't the other one give you like it shoots another missile out when you use an ability?
I think so.
Yeah, I've been seeing people use that and use it to do like one-shot combos, but I've never and I've seen them in the practice range a lot, but I've never actually seen it done in a game. So that kind of leads me to believe that those one-shot combos are not actually happening all that often in game. All right, Reaper's up next. What do we think about Reaper?
I think Reaper is a BT hero. I think he's pretty okay right now.
I also agree, but I think I'll put him at like the
Pretty
bottom of B
okay.
tier.
Yeah, he's like bottom B tier.
Actually, I think
He's
above
good.
Bastion, maybe.
No, he definitely is above Bastion. He's less situational than Bastion is, but I feel like Reaper is just he's Reaper. He does like a decent amount of damage. He's able to get uh, flank pretty well.
He tank busts like a little bit better than Bastion, yeah, because he's just a little more versatile.
Yeah.
Also, Fade is just kind of crazy, and also they've been changing his like Wraith step a lot recently, so that it's a lot faster. Also, there's the perk that makes it a lot faster, so it's really hard to kill a Reaper if they use their
Yeah.
Wraith and their Shadow step really well. So yeah, I'd probably say B tier. Reinhardt. So honestly, I feel like I can just take this one because I'm a Reinhardt, basically Reinhardt one trick. And I think there are some things about this season that made Reinhardt a little better compared to the other tanks, like the tank passive, uh, or not the tank passive, but the global DPS passive. The global DPS passive, Reinhardt can negate a lot of it because he can just block it with his shield, but it's still hurts him a lot because you need to drop shield a lot to swing. So I think he's probably in B tier. Probably like I'd say a little more useful than Bastion, but still like just a B tier character. I still like to play Ryan, but I think he definitely he has a problem of being a noob stomper in low ranks and not being able to compete in high ranks. So I think B tier is a good
Yeah.
spot for him. If you're in plat or below, just play Reinhardt for free wins. And if you're not, then Reinhardt's gonna be probably pretty hard to play. All right, Roadhog. I already have an opinion about this. I know he's D tier.
No, I feel like Roadhog is he's not like he's D tier this season. I feel like maybe C.
Okay, well, I mean,
He's definitely
you can change that in
he's
your list,
definitely
but I think right now he's not able to do much.
that's because you've been out of the record.
When have we actually been getting beaten by like I'm trying to think back of like in the games that I've played this season, and I'm like, when am I actually getting cooked by a Roadhog? And even though Roadhog is like supposed to counter Ryan, I feel like I'm not even having that much trouble with Roadhogs when I'm up against them.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like I've been more countered by like Orisa and Domina this season than I have been by Roadhog.
Oh,
So that's my reasoning, but when you make your changes to the list at the end, you can put Roadhog up a tier. But right now, I think he's at the bottom of my list. Soldier 76. I think I'm gonna put him in C tier probably. There's just so many better hit scan in my opinion.
yeah, he's not the greatest this season.
Like just play Ash. If it's long range, play Ash or Widow, and if it's short range, play like Cassidy or Sojourn or something, or just anything but. Soldier really. I think, all he has is healing pad and Helix rocket, and that's not really that good. I guess some of his I haven't played in much of his new perks, but I think uh Soldier C tier makes sense. Symmetra, I think you
I
could
think
make
she's I
you
think
could
she's like a
uh
B tier this season.
Yeah, because I think you could place her in two different spots if you're talking about if you're talking about playing Symmetra on like Circuit Royale, then it's like D tier. But if you're talking about playing
Yeah.
Symmetra on Lijiang Tower, then it's like S tier. Symmetra is so map dependent. Like it can if you're on a like Nepal, Lijiang Tower, anything with like control kind of closed in control points, Symmetra is super good with the turrets, but
Yeah.
if not, then it's yeah. I feel like kind of the average B tier makes sense of just being like she's very map dependent.
She's very map dependent, but when is on that map, oh my god, this match actually is crazy.
Yeah. So she can really and heroes if she's against Diva or anything with
Yeah,
shields.
yeah. Any shield comp, you're toast. Like the fact that she just gains ammo.
Yeah, and don't you gain do you gain health off shields too? I swear there's
I
something
think
with
she regenerates her shields.
yeah, or her shields off the
She regenerates
shields.
her
Yeah.
shields.
So Symmetra very comp dependent, very map dependent, so B tier, but she could be S, she could be D, honestly. All right, Torb. I feel like I just haven't seen a lot of Torb this season,
I feel like
which
me
is
either. I feel like he's like a B tier too. No, actually maybe C tier. I feel like he's a C
yeah,
tier hero.
I think
Turret's always
C.
going to be annoying, but I feel like he can't really do much once the turret's gone.
Yeah, the turret adds a lot, and the level 3 turret I find sometimes is pretty annoying too when he pops the level 3 turret it just becomes unkillable.
Yeah.
But I think he's still a DPS that when I see I'm like okay, they only have a Torb. I'm not too stressed out about that. When I see like they have an Ashe or they have a Sojourn, then I'm like, I'm a little more worried. Okay, Tracer. I think
Oh.
she's a little better than she was last season, I think, but I
I
think
think she's A tier. She's A
yeah,
tier.
if you're good at Tracer, you can really disrupt backlines a lot, get a lot of picks,
Yeah.
but she's definitely not the best of the best right now. I think like 2 seasons ago she was like S tier, but now she's fallen from grace a little bit. I think after they nerfed her perks, because she when perks came out, she had really amazing perks. All right, Widowmaker. I feel like Widowmaker is another one that is like Symmetra,
He's
where
also,
it's very
yeah.
map
Like if you're
dependent.
good as Widowmaker, you're gonna be. But if you, yeah, like Widowmaker, you have to know how to aim in order for her to get value out of her. But if you do know how, then you're gonna be good, unless they specifically counter you or you're on a bad map.
hmm I feel like maybe we should almost make a map dependent tier list or tier, but
But if it's just hero, I think she's a B tier hero.
yeah, like same thing with Symmetra. It's overall or like she's not a generalist, but she in the specialized spots that she plays, she's very good. And
Yeah.
I think as well, or I was kind of thinking they can almost kind of have the Symmetra and Widowmaker kind of have the opposite dynamic, where the maps that Symmetra is good on are the maps that Widowmaker is not good on. Like on King of the Hill, you never want to play Widowmaker, and on escort maps, you always want to play Widowmaker, and
Yeah.
Widowmaker is much better on escort and hybrid maps, and it's the opposite with Sim basically. King of the Hill and Flashpoint are better for Sim. So that's kind of, or it's a little tip as well of when you should play those heroes. So Monkey now.
I feel like he's just okay.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of I looked at some other people's tier lists and I saw them placing Winston kind of like higher up, but I don't really know. I feel like I've been seeing Winston's kind of get eaten up this
He's
season
not.
too.
He's pretty much can get killed by most of the tanks in the roster right now.
Well, I mean, I just feel like the dive DPS that you play right now is just Diva, and Winston is kind of fallen into grace a little bit. I don't know. That's just where I see
Yeah.
him. Whenever I try to, maybe I'm just terrible at Winston, but whenever try to play Winston recently, it feels like it's been a lot harder to get value on Winston because you just get countered by a lot of stuff. All right, Zarya. I think Zarya like I think she's
I think
might be S
she.
tier, but she gets banned a lot, so I don't even
I
know.
think she's
Like,
A tier. No, I think she's S tier. I think she's S tier. I think she's S tier.
I honestly like, yeah, I feel like I'd probably put her at top of A or bottom of
I feel
S,
like she's getting
but
banned because people want to play Diva.
yeah, she she gets banned a lot because people want to play Diva, and I feel like I don't see her. And also, I feel like I have a bit of a uh weird perception because I play a lot of Rhine, and so in like from my perspective, she'd be A tier because she's good, but she's like Rhine can counter her. But I'm sure if you play a tank that's countered by Zarya, you'd have a really hard time. You'd probably think she's S tier.
Yeah.
So I'd say probably either, but I'm gonna put her in A tier for now because I think there's other people that deserve S tier more this season. Zenyatta.
Oh,
Zenyatta.
I think I think he's B tier.
Yeah, I think he's B tier.
I think he's B tier for sure.
I'm actually gonna put him at the top B tier because I think he's I feel like been seeing Zenyatta more ever since his Discord got buffed, and putting Discord on like targets and having Discord being put on you is actually like very significant in fights. Like it can you can really get shredded on a tank if you have Discord on you. So I think he's actually pretty good, but his only problem is that
Yeah.
he has no mobility and he gets dove. So that kind of handicaps him. All right, and then Ana, another support with a similar issue,
Anna's I think but I feel like Anna
immobile.
is but I feel like she just is I think she's an A tier hero, honestly.
This
Maybe
season,
okay, maybe this season I feel like she's an AT hero.
she gets countered by
Anti
Genji though.
Anti and Sleep.
Anti and Sleep are
Anti and Sleep
good.
are two of like some of the best abilities in the game. And Nano Boost.
Yeah, you're convincing me that I think bottom of A tier, but yeah, she's definitely still an A tier hero. I think she is it's there's a lot of dive heroes that are good right now, like Diva and stuff, and and like on some maps you just can't play Ana because you just get dove. But I think that yeah, Ana with if you're really good at defending, also the headshot perk is crazy on Ana. If you can hit heads with the headshot perk, I think you can definitely make Ana work.
Yeah.
All right, Sombra. So I'll
Oh
give
my
you
god.
I'll give you
Sombra
this one.
Summer's a B Summer's actually a BT hero.
What do you think?
She's just like
Bottom of B.
I think she's
That's
a
where I'll
BT
put her.
hero.
Actually, I think
Because
well, yeah, I'll put her there for now.
like hack can get value, but like it's just not as good as all the other dive DPS in the game. Like yeah,
Yeah,
hack is good, but like might as well just kill them.
yeah. I think she fills a little bit of a different role though. I feel like a lot of DPS can take attention for longer than Sombra. Like Genji has deflect, he can kind of like take the enemy's attention. Sombra's whole thing is like she gets in, and then as soon as there's any attention on her, she gets out. Like there's no
Yeah.
like taking attention. So she's very much like, like a sneaky assassin. So I think she fills that role. But she's also, yeah, like that. You have to make it work. You have to make that assassin playstyle work in order to play Sombra. So yeah, okay, Orisa. I think Orisa this season, or maybe my perspective as a Rhine player is kind of you know busted, but she feels like actually strong this season. She feels A
He is
tier.
very strong this season.
Because especially she's good into a lot of characters too. Like into Sigma, she's pretty good because Sigma's really good this season. Into Domina, she's really good because Domina's really good this season.
She's just really good. Like Orisa is just such a good hero. People love to
Yeah,
complain about how boring she is, but she is just a great hero.
yeah.
Like her fortify, she could control a zone so well.
She just never dies. She has when she gets low, she uses Fortify, gives her overhealth and damage resistance. Then when that's over, she has the Spinny Spear. Then she can spear you back. She just has so many options. And so yeah, definitely A
Yeah,
tier.
she's really good at separating their tank too, because she could just spear them and then spin them into a corner away from their team.
Yeah, that sucks too. Taking space against Orisa is really difficult because she could just punish that so hard by pushing you into her team. Speaking of tanks that are countered by Orisa, we got Doomfist.
Doomfist. I feel like Doomfist is only good if you know how to play him, but like I feel like he can get pretty easily countered.
Yeah, I say Doomfist is B tier because he he has even a lot of the comps that he used to be fully countered by. He does have counterplay now with the defense ma whatever it's called, the defense matrix Doomfist perk where he can
Yeah.
eat the projectile. Like, because
Eat
I
the
think
projectiles.
if you can time it correctly against even Orisa's now, you can just eat the spear. She can't even counter you.
Yeah.
So I think that makes Doomfist a lot better than he was. Like 'cause previously in previous seasons, I'd put like Doomfist down here, but with that perk, I'd in when they pick it against the character that counters him, he's becomes uncounterable.
Yeah.
All right, Moira. I think Moira is. I'm considering putting her in C or D tier because I feel like the
I
thing
feel
that.
like she has the
Mhm.
the same issue as Mercy currently. The global healing the global like anti-heal passive is actually crazy for her too.
Yeah,
Especially because her healing's on a resource meter, like she runs out before she could even heal someone to full.
yeah, or like Diva's or not Diva, Moira's whole thing is doing lots of healing. Like that's kind of she just healing, she does damage, that's it. And so the fact that the entire healing part of her kit has basically been nerfed because now everyone's getting DPS passive, I feel like just makes her much worse. And so
You might
I'd
as well
put
play support that has different utility.
yeah, because healing is just so nerfed this season. It's just so not good. All right, Brigitte. I think Brigitte is B. We're putting a lot of people in B tier, I noticed, but I feel like that's just because a lot
He
of
is also a BT hero.
yeah, I feel like a lot of the season is pretty balanced, or I feel like a lot of the season like yeah, a lot of the heroes are pretty even, so that's why we're seeing a pretty like even distribution on the B tier because it's a pretty balanced season.
Like she's good at staying alive and keeping her other support alive, but that's pretty much it. Like I feel like Lucio has a better ult than her, which it puts her, and his aura healing. It's the fact that it's constant. You don't have to be actively doing anything.
Yeah, it makes Lucio a little bit better. I think Lucio is a bit more of a generalist. Like Brig, you mainly want to use when you're getting dove, when your other support's getting dove a lot to protect them. And she's really good for that. But just playing Brig in like every situation, I don't think is as good as just playing Lucio in every situation. Like
Yeah,
she's not as much of a generalist, and I feel like that's kind of a bit of a theme in this list of like if you're a bit of a if your character kind of only does one thing, then it's kind of become less good in the Overwatch meta. Like Reinhardt just kind of shields and swings, and he's not that good. But like Lucio kind of is able to do a lot of things. He's able to heal. He's able to speed boost. He's able to take space by doing damage. Wall ride around and take the attention of enemies. I feel like a lot more, and he works in a lot of different comps too. So I feel a lot of more generalist characters have been better this season. Same
yeah,
thing with
for
Orisa.
sure.
Hammond next. Hammond, I think, is A tier this season. He feels really hard to do, especially with that new perk where he can
He
drop.
is definitely A tier. The fact that he
Yeah,
can read the player's minds is crazy.
yeah, the new perk where he can drop two mines is a little bit absurd. Because you'll think that the mines are done, and then he rolls over to you and he drops another set on you, and it's
Another
or
one,
yeah, and it's yeah,
and he
it's
just has
very
great
impressive.
survivability.
Yeah, good Hammonds will just never die. They'll just roll out. And also he has the similar perk to Doomfist where you can use the shield and block any stuns done to you, and I think it lasts like like a full second. And so you can easily just react to people stunning you and just block it. Or Orisa, charging up spear and just block it.
Yeah,
So Hammond is very good this season. Ash, I think Ash might be the next S tier
she is
because
an S tier hero.
she
Bob is great. She just has great damage. Her perks are amazing.
yeah, the fact that she can two tap from range, I feel like Ashe is just kind of almost like uh the standard of like what a DPS can do. Like when Emery first came out, they were like, why should I play Emery as a hit scan when I can just play Ashe? It's like
Yeah,
the Ashe is just the time to kill even at like pretty long ranges is so fast because she can just double headshot you. Like 90% of these characters here get killed by a double headshot by Ashe. Like I think the only DPS that doesn't is like Bastion because he has the 350 HP plus armor. But I think everyone else does, and so yeah, Ashe is just super consistent. If you can play something as well that prevents her from getting dove, because that's one of her weaknesses that you can dive her. She's really good. But also you have Coach Gun for getting dove, so you got that too. But Baptiste, what do you think Bap is this season?
I think
Like
Bap's a A tier hero.
yeah, I think, or I mean, I think probably B or A, but I think I would lean more towards A because I feel like he's just able to do a lot this season. Like he's the uh whatever his ult is good, the window's good, the his healing is pretty
Yeah.
good, and also
Immortality Field always going to be a great ability.
yeah. Yeah, and or yeah, also yeah, I was trying to think of what they did recently that made Bat better, and yeah, they reduced his cooldown on his immortality, and I feel like even just that, I think they only reduced it by like 2 or 3 seconds or something, but I feel like I'm seeing immortalities a lot more often in the game. Like Baptistes are less scared to just use it because they know it's on a shorter cooldown, and so I think that's made him a lot better. And then also the fact that DPS passive is on everyone now because Baptiste is a very DPS focused. Uh,
He benefits a lot from it.
yeah, he's very DPS focused support, and so he benefits a lot from the DPS passive. Like you can, even if somebody is pocketed, you can just walk them down and just if you have good aim, you can just kill them on BAP because the DPS you have
Yeah.
DPS passive now. Uh, Sigma. I think Sigma is also one of the
Sigma's
next
also
S
S
tier
tier hero.
characters. Sigma, I feel like the matchup this season is Sigma and Diva because Sigma is really good into
Yeah.
Diva, but she's counterable. But yeah, Sigma is just great. The 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 buff they gave to his shield a couple seasons ago, where you can redeploy it all the time, is great. What did they buff about him recently? Oh yeah, his damage. They just
His
straight up buffed his
damage.
damage on his orbs. So he builds his. I feel like he builds his ult super fast because he just does like huge damage. His ult almost always gets a kill because he just can just use it on someone and just pull them up and slam them down and get a kill from it. Very solid character. There's a lot of poke from range too. If you're on Circuit Royale, he's like a 56% win percentage. He's crazy.
Yeah, he's really good. Sigma's really good.
All right, Echo. I think Echo's another A tier character, like we were talking before.
Echo's A tier.
She's much better than Pharah at kind of being a flyer.
She's definitely, yeah.
I'd probably even say a little bit into A tier. Because yeah, she can get behind your team, she can assassinate. The perk where she has just like extra stickies. If she lands all the sticky, if you even stand still for a second and she lands some stickies on you, or you walk in a predictable movement pattern and she catches you with the stickies, you're done. I'm pretty sure it does like combined damage of like literally more than Tracer All. It does like something like 300
Yeah.
damage. So and she has that on like an 8 or 10 second cooldown or something. It's honestly crazy what you can do if you get really good at Echo. All right, Sojourn. What do you think of
Sojourn's an A tier hero.
A or S? Because I
She's
feel
actually an
like
S tier hero. She's an S tier hero.
yeah,
Sojourn is just so good. She's actually, I think she has consistently been the best DPS in the game since she came out.
yeah. I feel like she probably is like bottom of A or sorry top of A or bottom of S because I think or Ash still beats her in a lot of situations. But yeah,
She's just a very consistent damage dealer.
she's Rail is so good. The amount of times as Lucio where I've just been trying to wall ride around and then
And she just hits you with a railgun
yeah,
shot.
they throw disruptor shot at you to slow you. It's like if you get hit by a disruptor shot and then she hits you with like 2 bullets, because when she hits you with disruptor shot and you're taking damage from it, that also builds her rail. And so if you're
Disruptor shot doesn't slow you anymore.
oh, okay, or yeah, well, sorry, no, not, but
I think it might be one of her perks.
or yeah, no, it's her perk. It's her perk that disruptor shot slows you. So if she has that one and or cause I feel like I play a lot of Lucio. If she throws that one at you, and then she hits you with like 2 shots, she's basically got her rail. It's really hard to defend against that. Cause
Yeah.
she doesn't even have to build rail on you too. She could just shoot the tank a bunch of times, build rail, and then shoot you on support. And so that, yeah, that makes her really strong. All right, Junker Queen. I think Junker Queen is probably like B tier. I think certain maps she can be good. Flashpoint maps, King of the Hill maps, she can be viable, but yeah, probably B tier overall. Definitely don't play her on long range. Definitely don't play her on anything like Circuit Royale or Havana. You're not gonna get value on Junker Queen. Or I mean
Yeah, you're
maybe.
not.
Maybe you can make it work. But yeah, probably not. Uh Kiri. I think Kiri also another S
Rico's
tier
XT
character.
hero. Also, just consistently, just a great hero.
Yeah. I wish I could put Lucio up here because it like a couple seasons ago I'd put Lucio, Kiri up there, but I think Lucio is Kiri has just stayed good. Or they changed the thing on her cleanse where it no longer what does it do? It no longer makes you immune to
Her
stuns or
teleport does
something?
no.
Or
Well,
does or her teleport doesn't
her
cleanse. That's
teleport
what it is.
her
Yeah.
teleport doesn't cleanse. They made that change for like most of the heroes who has teleport ability,
Yeah. So and yeah, so because
which is it's good.
a lot of
But
characters got nerfed in the same way, and so
Suzu,
didn't really.
she still has so much. Like Suzu alone is just an S tier ability.
Yeah, even though she doesn't have the fade to cleanse it, she still has the Suzu, and so she
She
still
does
counters
Suzu.
on runs.
She has the teleport just to get away still.
hmm Also, a lot of heroes that are good, she counters. Like, or Mauga's not up here yet, but he's good. Not S tier, but she counters Ana as well, who's good. She just counters a lot of heroes. Any hero that relies on lifesteal, she counters. Any hero that and that also applies an effect, like Mauga's fire or Onrun's fire or Anna's nade, all those effects she can counter, and so yeah, she's good into all those comps. Even when she doesn't have someone she directly counters, she's still good as well because you can just flank and take super aggressive angles, throw kunais, get headshot kills, and then when they find you, you just fade out. Yeah, Kiriko's very good character.
Yeah.
Ramatra. I think Ramatra
Racha,
is,
I think he's a CT hero. He hasn't been that great this season,
yeah, no, he's really not
especially
that
with
good.
what's it called? Dom Domina.
Domina, yeah.
Her ult completely counters. Her ult's actually a really good counter against his ult.
Yeah, if you just save Domino for every time they have Ram ult, you can just shut him down completely. Especially because he doesn't have when he's in Nemesis form, he doesn't have shield, and so shield is the only thing that Ram
Yeah.
has that can block Domino ult, and so that's a super good ult counter. Domina, if you're playing Ram into Domina, you just lose every ult trade, and so I think Ram is definitely and Domina's played basically in every game that is available this season, so. Ram is definitely C tier. All right, Life Weaver.
I don't think he's A tier hero, honestly.
A tier?
I think he's like top of B, bottom of A.
Yeah, because I feel like I
Because
do
he
see
actually does a lot of healing. Life Weaver does a lot of healing.
he does a lot of heal, and they've done a lot of buffs to his stuff. Like his tree got a buff where it does more overhealth now. Um, that's really good. Or I think
And
it builds your
pull is
overhealth
definitely
faster.
situational, but it's really good for getting your teammates out of sticky situations.
Mm. Yeah, pull against any like a lot of tank ults. Pull is really good. Pull against Zarya ult, pull or also pedal against Zarya ult. A lot of pedal and pull, you can just completely negate a lot of ults in the game. Like Reinhardt ult with
Yeah.
pedal and pull, you can negate two. You can just save two people. Same thing with Zarya, you can just negate it. I'm actually not sure if you can pull people out of Sigma ult. I think you can though.
You can. You can pull
Yeah,
literally anything. You can pull them out of anything. It's
yeah.
he's actually his ult is really good against the Jetpack Cat. You can save your teammates completely from Jetpack Cat's ultimate.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. You can if they're off the edge, you can pull them. Yeah, Lifeweaver, he's gotten a lot better over the years with a lot of the buff stuff he's been
Not
doing.
even just off the edge. Like as soon as they pick him up, you could pull them away from him.
Oh, just pull them right of the tether. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So just literally cancel Jetpack Cat's ult by just pulling them out of it. So yeah,
Actually, that's another reason that Orisa's a really good hero because she can just completely counter because she can still fortify when she gets picked up and it just drops her.
yeah, that's true. I haven't played much Orisa this season, but yeah, Orisa is good into Jetpack Cat because you can just cancel the ability. All right, Ilari, what are we saying with Ilari? I think
Ilari's she's B.
yeah,
She's B, I think.
She got buffed at the end of last season to make her damage better, and I think that did help her a lot. But like, because probably before she was like C tier, but now she's like B tier because she can do pretty. If she can, Pylon's still pretty good. As long as your Illari is hitting heads, then they can do a lot of damage, do a lot of work. So yeah, I'd say B tier. All right, Mauga. I think Mauga might be like. I think he honestly might be A tier.
I go A
He
tier for sure.
he does get hurt a little bit by the global DPS passive because everyone's just shooting him. He's just always getting less healing now. But
I
also,
feel like he's one of the tanks feels the effect less because he just has so much health. He has such a big health pool, and he can so easily regain his health.
yeah, but his a lot of his sustain comes from self healing, and his self healing is also reduced by the global DPS passive. So
Yeah,
before, like yeah, so now even if just your supports are shooting at Mauga, he's getting reduced healing off his self heal. And I think that makes him slightly worse than he was last season. Like he might have been a little higher in A, but I think he's still pretty good. Like just if you run and slam on people every time you get the cooldown, you can secure a lot of kills on Mauga. And yeah, and you use
yeah.
your overdrive correctly to just gain your health back, you can be unkillable, do a ton of damage. Also, surprisingly a pretty good generalist character. I feel like you could run Mauga into a lot of stuff and make it work. Even more so than Ryan, I feel. I mean, you definitely still have counters, but yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Venture, I feel like Venture this season is honestly like if I'm to be like or like if I'm not to compare her to Vendetta, then she's like B tier. But the fact that you can just play Vendetta instead of Venture this season is just like why like I feel like yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like I've seen so little Venture because it's like okay, you want to play a flanker that is like pretty easy to play and does big damage. Why would you play Venture when you can just play Vendetta? Because Vendetta is so good right now. So I'd probably say for this because we're doing the season one tier list, we're doing like how good is this hero this season. I would say Vendetta is probably C tier, probably top of C tier, or sorry, not Vendetta.
And then yeah,
Venture is C tier because of Vendetta. You it's just
they were definitely a lot better last season, I
yeah.
think.
Because the whole thing with Venture is that you got shields off of doing damage, so that you were hard to kill, and you could also get out and get in. But yeah, but Vendetta gets in and out faster, and she also has like way better lifesteal. Still pretty good, uh, Venture, but yeah, made a lot worse by Vendetta. All right, Juno. I think Juno's a solid B tier
Juno,
character.
I think Juno's A tier.
You think so? I because
I
or
think Juno's an A tier hero.
I feel like she
I feel like
she
she's on the same level as Lucio.
that's or I mean you can change that in your iteration of the tier list because I feel like that may be the first point where we actually just I mean or we've come a long way through the tier list where we actually come to a spot where we disagree, but I feel like Juno is just I feel like she kind of struggles with a lot of the other things we were talking about with the supports where she doesn't have utility beyond healing and damage. She does have the speed ring, which is something, but that's on like a 14-second cooldown. And so I feel like the speed ring is just a lot in terms of utility. It's there a lot less commonly than speed, and so that's why I'd put her in B. But I definitely could understand it like an A tier pick. The torpedoes are still really strong. A lot of her perks are still really strong. Definitely still a strong character, but I think especially like Ashe is good this season, Sojourn is good this season. You get picked out of the air a lot. It can be hard to
That's
play
true, I
Juno.
guess. Yeah.
Okay, Hazard. I think
I
Hazard.
feel like he's a C tier hero.
Yeah, I feel like I honestly haven't seen. Or I think I don't know. When I see Hazard play really well, I think Hazard can be really good, but I think overall he's not that good this season. He just feels pretty easy to beat. As long as you can play around wall in a pretty smart way, then you're gonna be fine with Hazard. Wall
Yeah.
can really fuck if you're playing something like Ryan. Wall can really fuck you over though, in the same way that like a Mei Wall can. So far, D is pretty empty, but I feel like that's just because a lot of the characters this season are pretty balanced.
You should have put F. Why is it A B C D? You should have put F.
ABC. Well, D's a grade.
Yeah, but I feel like the bottom of the tier list is usually an F.
That's true, but I just didn't think we needed such extremes. We could do A, B, C, D,
Yeah,
F,
yeah, that's true.
but I don't think we really. I think the these like all the characters in B tier feel roughly on the same level to me, as like the same thing with all the characters in C tier and S tier, which is what you hope to achieve with the tier list. So I think this is good. Freya, I think Freya is A tier because she
Praise
can
A, definitely A tier.
yeah, she can do with the explosive shots. She can just bully tanks, especially like Winston. Like Freya can bully Winston really hard. Uh,
Yeah.
Also, she has great mobility. She's kind of hard to flank because you can just jump away. Yeah, all right. I think her ult is really good because it slows down people as well, and like you can get it really often if you're steamrolling. Because I think if you once every 3 kills on Freya, you get
Yeah,
more ult
you get
charge, right?
25%. You get
Yeah.
25% all charge.
So if you're steamrolling, like you win the first 2 fights, then it's very likely like that you're going to have your ult, and you might even be there to a second one. So
Yeah.
yeah, Freya's really good. So Wu Yang, I think he's like bottom of A tier. It could be B tier maybe, but I think Wu Yang's pretty strong. Like the throwing his balls around corners and stuff, still insanely strong. It has gotten a little nerfed from when he first got released. When he first got released, he was like insane S tier.
He
But
was really good when he first got released, actually. Yeah.
yeah.
He actually was crazy. Yeah, I think he's an A tier. He has decent healing, decent damage.
hmm
His ultimate is actually pretty good. His ultimate's actually pretty good.
Yeah, his ultimate, he can throw it on people. He can throw it on flankers, and they can dive in. I'd say a pretty solid character. I think I'm even putting it up a little bit higher into A tier because especially he works well with a lot of other healers. You can play Wu Yang, Ana, Wu Yang Lucio, Wu Yang Juno. He
Yeah.
basically he works with a lot of other healers as well, which makes him good. Onran I think is probably like B tier. At the start of the season, I thought she was like really good because I was having a lot of trouble dealing with her, but I think her ability where she becomes like invincible and teleports around. It's not as good as you think, just because she becomes invulnerable, or just because it's very predictable where she's gonna come out at the end of it.
Yeah, but I feel like she also it's not just it's not an ability you use to get out, it's an ability you use to stack your damage.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
her rushing ability is really good at engaging and disengaging. She has really great movement with that.
But at least just for me, or I play Ryan, and from my perspective, whenever she uses that, I'm always able to like catch up with her and then start swinging on her when she uses that ability because I know where I can just track the little circle on the ground and know where she's gonna pop out. And so, or I think like you might put her in A tier, but I think I'd still put her in middle of B tier because yeah, I think she's just a lot more she's a lot more predictable and counterable than Genji and Tracer. I think if you really learn Genji and Tracer, you can become really good at them and become less predictable than Onron with her abilities. All right, Domina. I think
Oh,
Domina's
she's an
another
S
S
tier
tier.
hero.
Probably the best hero in this season. I'd say if you're gonna ban a tank this season, and if you don't play Domina, then ban Domina because she
She
is
has
very strong.
her range is crazy, and especially if since it's a beam, she can actually poke like crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, she can get the perk that extends the beam. You can uh play into comps like Sigma, and even though Sigma is also poke, you do better. You just do better poke than Sigma. So and you counter Diva, which is also played a lot. So you're just very good into a lot of different comps as dominant. There's basically nothing that you can't play. Like dive, rush, you just play into all of it. I think dive
Yeah,
she's probably the worst matchup, but still you can just push them away, push them into walls, boop them, stun them.
she's very great.
Emery, Emery, I
I
think
feel like he's a B tier hero.
yeah, I think maybe higher B because he got buffed, so maybe higher up in B tier. But yeah, he's B. I just think that Emery, everyone's jokes about he's got the Halo loadout, play style where you have the grenades and his jump, or I guess the gun secondary, but the gun secondary isn't really like Halo. It's kind of like the most Overwatch thing he has, where it's like a life steal, like an AoE shot. And I think
His alt, yeah,
certain
yeah,
niche scenar
actually, like, yeah.
certain niche scenarios where um his shot is actually really good. Like you can get the perk that makes his shot really good against tanks because it just constantly reloads itself. Uh, so I think there's some scenarios or Hazard where Emery can be good, but I think most scenarios he's probably not that good.
I feel like his alt has the same thing as Pharah. He becomes a very easy target when he ults.
Yeah, easy target to other DPS.
Because he's just
Yeah.
hovering in the sky and he moves very slowly while he flies.
hmm Also not quite as good as Ashe gets outranged by Ashe, so you know you're probably not going to win that matchup. Probably good as like Soldier though. I would guess that the Soldier Emery matchup kind of sides Emery because you're while he's just life stealing off a little thing on the ground, your life steal is actually or while he's healing off a thing off the ground, you're actually shooting him over and over again and life stealing off him. So I think that's probably pretty good.
Hmm.
All right, the cat. What do you think of the cat? I think the cat,
I
depending
think
on
he's a I think he's an AT hero. I think he's actually an A tier hero. He's just really annoying to deal. She is really annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I think depending on it's another map dependent hero where depending on the map it could be S if you're playing on something like Ilios or like any King of the Hill map where there's just like a cliff edge right there and you can just pull them off, they become really good. But if you're playing something that doesn't really have that many, if you're playing I'm trying to think of a map that has no like edges on it. Uh,
Hollywood.
yeah, if you're playing Hollywood or something, actually, I feel like Jetpack Ad is pretty versatile because like most maps have places to pull people off, but like that, she's not still not that much of a generalist. And yeah, because her healing is all right, her damage is all right, but she just yeah, can't quite do what some of the other healers do.
Hmm.
All right, Mizuki.
I think Mizuki's also an AT hero.
Yeah, I
Mizuki
feel
does a
like
lot of that.
I
It's either
might.
I think it's a S tier hero actually. I think Mizuki he does a lot of damage and he actually does a surprisingly good amount of healing.
Yeah,
His ultimate's also a really good part of his kit.
Yeah, the paper dolls as well. I think the paper dolls are kind of slept on as well because it kind of allows him to do like Kiriko stuff where he can take a really aggressive angle and like push forward, and then as soon as he's threatened, he can just teleport out.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah, like
his chain ability I think is his best part of his kit. His
oh
chain ability
yeah,
is it can't be blocked by it can't be eaten or blocked.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
would.
it'll be blocked by shield, but like it could stop Doomfist, it could stop Reiner from charging.
Mhm. Yeah, I think the tether counters a surprising amount of things. Like I feel like the only thing, like Mizuki is probably not good when you play it against dive. Just or sorry, not when but he is good against dive. He's probably not good when you play it against poke because poke is just like what do you're not going to tether Sigma, you're not going to tether Dominant, it's not really
Yeah.
going to do anything. But like yeah, tethering a Diva, tethering a Winston or a Reinhardt, that's very impactful. It will do a lot if you can hit your tethers on like tanks. Uh so I mean I don't like that is his and in other flanker DPS too like Tracer, Genji, they'll just die if you can tether them. So he's very good. I don't like that he bullies tanks, but it some characters got to do it. All right, and those are all that's my hero tier list. Nia, what would you switch up on this tier list here? Because now it's
Uh,
now it's your
I think they're
turn.
pretty much
Just
the same. I just think
did you say you
so
put
I
on run
think
higher?
I put Onron in A, I think. Onron actually does a lot of damage. It's the fire and the fact that her secondary fire is a acts like a beam, so it can't be blocked by things that would usually block bullets is pretty good. And the fact that it can stack her crit can stack with other fire abilities.
Yeah, but like a lot of people in this same tier are like, Ashe, Mauga, Onron. They're all pretty good this season. You could play Ashe, Mauga, Onron in a comp and it wouldn't be bad. I mean, it'd be a bit weird because you're running Ashe who's poke with Mauga, but that happens all the time. Sometimes you
I
just
think
need to
other
run
than that, I
Ischia.
feel like that's the only thing I would change. But I also play Onron, so
Yeah, maybe a bit biased, and yeah, I think some of my picks might be a bit biased too because I play Ryan and Lucio mainly, and so I think I think some people, especially, might put Zarya in S tier. Some people might flame me for not putting Zarya in S tier, but I think she's pretty counterable, and she got nerfed as well this season. I think she's if you play a tank like Diva, I could see why Zarya is the bane of your existence, but I think she's not that bad. So, all right,
yeah.
I think that's the tier list. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll be making more tier lists and content like this in the future. So, yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.